What's up, y'all? We are back today, and today we are back with another cast analysis, and we're going to watch a trailer for this season's The Challenge. Season 37, they just dropped their cast today. They just dropped the first trailer for the season. We're going to watch that. I'm going to give you a play-by-play of that. But firstly, we're going to start about this cast analysis. We're going to give basically my thoughts on each individual that is on this season. So we're going to go ahead and get into that, but before we do that, please go ahead, if you're new, subscribe. Thank you. We're on the way up with these subs, slowly but surely. Go ahead and thumbs up this video for me. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about me, what you think about the cast, who your favorites are. And we're about to get into it, so let's go. So I am quite excited. I'm a little bit excited, but I'm not too excited because I do know the spoilers. I know what happened in terms of the placements and stuff. But in terms of the drama and stuff, I haven't really kept up too much in terms of that bit. But I do know the eliminations. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just going to keep that in the back of the mind. But yeah, we're going to do episode reviews like I said. But we're about to give a cast analysis, so I'm about to pull up the cast right now. Like I said, it was dropped earlier today, as well as the trailer, the first trailer for the season. And it's called The Challenge, Spies, Lies, and Allies. First of all, I don't like that they're still sticking with this spy theme. It's time to get a little more creative. Because I wasn't really a fan of the Spies theme last season, because it looked nice. When it first was introduced to us, but it's like, leave that in the past now. It's time to do something new. But here we go. So this is the cast for season 37. So the first person that we do have is Tori Deal. I don't know why they love putting her first, but as you can already tell, I'm not a fan of her. This is her 6th challenge. She's from Are You The One. When she was on Are You The One, she was somewhat likable, but as she's gotten on the challenge, I feel like she's very overrated. I don't necessarily like her as a person. But yeah, hence on the overrated. Like, she's very overrated if you ask me. Her elimination record is pretty much 3 for 3. And that doesn't say too much in terms of her quality, especially considering how the casual support of the challenge, like the fans, they like to put her on a pedestal and act like she's some goat in this game. And they like to compare her with Cam, she can't compete with Cam. Cam's record in terms of elimination, she's only lost 1. She's been in, I believe, she's been in 3 finals out of maybe 5 appearances, and she's never gone home early. She's always been towards the, I think her worst finish, she might have left week 9, I believe, of the season. She's never left early. Cam has always had control of the game as well. When she hasn't had control of the game, she was winning eliminations, and she knows how to put herself in a position to strike when need be. And like I said, they like to compare her with Cam and always like to say that she's better. I don't see it. This is her sixth season, like I said, so we're going to see what she does this season. But I'm not a fan of her. Let me know what y'all think about her. Next, we've got Nany Gonzalez. This is her 11th challenge. Nany, I have a love and hate relationship with her because when she first started on the show, when she first started in reality TV, I liked her on The Real World. And when she first started on the challenge, I liked her there as well. But as the seasons have gone on, she's gotten a little irritating because she gets on here and she doesn't find a way to win. And it's like she gets on here and she complains about not winning, and it's like, you got to do something. You got to find a way to get that win. But I like her, though. I like her. I don't think she's necessarily a horrible person, considering what we know is about to happen later on down the line. That might contradict what I'm saying. But, yeah, this is her 11th season. She made the final after, like, a long stint of coming in, like, 7th for, like, 3 challenges back-to-back for the girls. So she finally made the final last season. She finished 3rd. She did really well, if you ask me. So coming into this season, I think she has a little bit more confidence in terms of her ability that she can get to the final again. So it's interesting to see what she's going to do this season. Knowing her, she's always going to hook up. She's going to find a way to hook up. So she's going to be entertaining in that aspect. Next, we've got Aneesa. Aneesa, this is her 5th challenge. Aneesa is like Nany. I loved Aneesa back in her heyday, like when she was younger and she was fit. She was out here beasting these girls. She still beats them in the eliminations, but the thing with Aneesa that pisses me off now is that Aneesa is now turning into this kind of pushover in a way. Like, she allows these people to come on here and disrespect her and talk crazy to her. She likes to put a lot of faith in other people that she shouldn't be putting it into, and she likes to call everybody her friend. And that person I'm talking about is Tori. When Tori first got on the show, she was talking mad shit about her, like talking cash money shit about Aneesa. But somehow they're best friends, and Aneesa's got this. She's got to find a way to get herself to the end, and with that comes discipline. Like, you've got to be able to find where your weaknesses are. You should know where your weaknesses are. This is your 15th challenge. We know that you're really, really strong in puzzles, and you can perform when you need to perform. Like, when you get in those eliminations, you show out. It's just in finals. She got in the final in the All-Star season. But you got to pull your weight in that, and you got to be able to find that endurance, which comes with training. So you got to train a little more. But Aneesa, I root for her. She's black. I have to root for her. It's like I have to root for her. I would like to see her finally get a win, but who knows? We'll see. Next, we've got Ashley Mitchell. This is her 9th season. Ashley, I love Ashley. Ashley's funny. She's a 2-time champ. She's notorious for stealing that money from Hunter. And the way she did it was just, it's gold. And that's what I want to see on TV. I want to see a ruthless bitch on TV and do some ruthless stuff. And that's what she does. Ashley don't care what people think about her. Ashley's going to do what she needs to do. If she needs to steal the money from her partner, she needs to steal the money from her partner. But Ashley, she's a strong competitor. She's very, very underestimated still. Being a 2-time champion, when it comes to the politics and puzzles, Ashley's got it. When it comes to endurance, she's got it. So when you see her in the final, you better pull up, because that's where she shines. In terms of eliminations, that's where she tends to have a weakness, and it can go either way with her. She can either win or she can come close to winning. But Ashley's a competitor, and she's definitely going to be involved in drama. She always delivers on that aspect as well. So I'm interested in seeing what she's going to do this season. I know she's going to give us a show, so that's exciting to look out for. Next, we've got Kaycee Clark. This is her 3rd challenge. Kaycee is from Big Brother. She's done 2 challenges before. Both of those she's finished in the final, both of which I believe she injured herself in the first final and she injured herself in the last challenge. Kaycee's boring as fuck. And that's where my issue with her comes. Because Kaycee, on an athletic standpoint, me being an athlete, I love watching people that can get on here and perform athletic challenges and just show out. And that's what she can do. She's a very, very strong athlete. She performs when she performs, and when she performs well. It's just the boring aspect. Kaycee is just like watching paint dry. She doesn't do anything that's extremely problematic. I'll pause on that. But in terms of just like saying certain things, she doesn't necessarily do anything too bad. It's just like the people she associates herself with, such as the people from her season, from past seasons of Big Brother. But yeah, for the most part, Kaycee is pretty decent as a challenger, but as an entertainer, she's not. And that's where with Kaycee, I don't expect too much from her besides being messy. And when I say being messy, we'll talk about that later. But from a competitor standpoint, she's got that in the bag. She's easily one of the top girls on this list. Next, we've got Amanda Garcia. Amanda is my girl. I love Amanda. Amanda is the type of person I like to see on the challenge. She's the type of person that just don't take shit from nobody. She's not going to take shit from anybody. She's never been the type to. She's always been the one to say what's on her mind. Sometimes she says it in ways that most people are not ready to handle. And that's why I respect her. I'm very much in a similar fashion. I'm very unfiltered. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. She stands 10 toes down in whatever she has to say in her opinions. Like, if she hurts your feelings, she hurts your feelings, but that's not her fault. you're the one that decides to feel a certain way about it and just go cry, or you either bring it back to her. But Amanda's gonna give it to you. She's very smart. She's very calculated. She knows how to play the game from a political standpoint. She sets herself up well. From a social standpoint as well. As much as people don't like her, she's got a core group of people that can support her and what she wants to do in the game. And then not only that, she's an underrated player. She's a very strong player. She's very smart. In her eliminations, most of her elimination losses were, she didn't really perform terribly in them. Like, I remember that one elimination she had with Ashley and Nicole. She basically gave them that win. Amanda, you give Amanda a shot to get to the end. I think she's going to do very strong. I think she's going to do very well. Next, we've got Big T. This is her 4th challenge. Big T is a tricky one for me because she doesn't do anything that would warrant somebody to not like her. She's got this very sweet tone to her voice. She's very airy and she's very nice, and she wants everything to be done very politely and nicely. And when you're playing a game, if you do anything that's going to rob her, she's probably going to cry. Those type of people and those type of personalities just are not for me. I don't like watching people like that. I don't like necessarily being around people like that. As crazy as it sounds, probably as bad as it sounds, I don't like necessarily being around people that are always so happy-go-lucky, because I don't believe you're always that way. And as crazy as that sounds, and probably as bad as it sounds, I believe that. I mean, just something about her last season that kind of turned me off was when she was saying, because when CT had basically left her for, who did he leave her for? Cam. She was so upset, saying like she was doing all these challenges for him. Why are you doing challenges for him? Like, what is he? Like, he's somebody that's looked up to in this game, but like, you're there to win money for yourself, not for him. Why are you looking to impress him? But I hope she gets into this season, and I hope she takes that into account. You can't trust everybody. Like, do you. Like, work for you. Work hard for you. Do it for your own self. And I hope she does that this season. I hope she doesn't allow people to walk all over her, because she is nice. Yeah, I don't see her being an easy target. I don't see somebody just choosing to go after her, because she's not somebody that you typically wouldn't want to be around, per se. So she's got that social aspect wrapped up. But in terms of competition-wise, I think she's probably the weakest girl out of the female vets. But we'll see. Now we're moving on to Nelson Thomas. Nelson Thomas, this is his 8th season. Nelson, I like Nelson. Nelson he's corny as hell, but Nelson he's a strong-ass competitor. Like, he's very, very strong. As ditzy as he is, and as corny as he is, when it comes to physical stuff, he shows out. Like, in them eliminations, he gives it his all. He's very, very strong. And he's strong-minded when it comes to playing in these eliminations. He knows how to get in the right mindset to complete the task at hand. It's just from a mental standpoint, he's not all the way there. But Nelson, this is his 8th challenge. I feel like he should have won. I think it was his 2nd challenge, Invasion. He came 2nd, which sucked. But I want to see him do good. I think he will do good. Hopefully won't get another early exit and get fucked over by having hall brawls with niggas that are like 12 times his size. Like, that's fucked up. But I think he's going to do good. Next, we got Cory Wharton. Cory Wharton, this is his 9th challenge. Cory is also my boy. I fuck with Cory on a heavy level. Like, I root for him because, I mean, I just love his family. And when I say I love his family, I love him, Cheyenne, and Ryder. I just like their close-knit relationship. You watch them on the Teen Mom. I don't really watch that show, but I've watched clips of their scenes. I love them as a family. He's got another daughter as well. And as you know, he comes on these shows now with a purpose for basically being able to provide for them as well. And that's commendable. He's changed. He's grown up a lot, because Cory used to be that dude that just got on here and was down to just fuck. And he's here for a reason. He's got a special purpose, and here recently he's done extremely well coming back from that little incident that he had where they kind of banned him for a season. But Cory's back. Cory's in top tier form. His last 2 seasons, he finished 2nd. I want to see him get a win. I really want to see him get a win. Next, we got Josh Martinez. This is his 5th challenge. I'm not a fan of Josh. I just don't like Josh. Josh, he whines too much, he cries too much, he's corny, he's very awkward, he's very goofy. He does a lot. He's too busy trying to be on Bad Girls Club, throwing drinks on niggas and screaming in people's face and always getting involved in drama. Considering all of that, he is part of the entertainment on the show, which is why they keep casting him. But in terms of just as a competitor, he's not a bad, and that's the thing too, he's not a bad competitor per se. He's not athletic by any means. He just can fake it because, I mean, he's got this size on him that from a physical standpoint, he should be fine. It just, if he gets in his head, then he's gonna fuck himself up. But in terms of just like, if he was to run a final, I don't see him winning because he's not in the shape to run a final. But crazier things have happened. But this is his 5th challenge. We'll see what happens with Josh. Hopefully he doesn't try to get into more drama per usual. But considering everything that's going on in his television career, I can expect that. Kyle Christie, this is his 7th season. Kyle, I'm not really a fan of him either, but I'm not as much of a hater per se as I was when he first came on the show. I couldn't stand him when he first came on the show. But towards the end of his, well, I guess the height of his challenge career, he's gotten a little more tolerable. He's not a bad competitor either. He's just kind of corny to me. His type of personality, the ones that are just extra put on for the cameras, I don't typically like those. But outside of that, he's just there to make a show, and he's there to try and win. And he's put up some good finishes. I can't knock him. He's put up some good finishes in the finals, and he's won some eliminations, and he's won some daily challenges as well. So he's not a bad competitor. But we'll see how he does. Next, we got Fessy Shafaat. This is his 3rd challenge. Fessy is so annoying. Like, I liked Fessy on Big Brother because he was a part of one of the alliances that I really liked on that season. He was just hella stupid. Like, he just did dumb shit on Big Brother. But he gets on the challenge, and because he was an ex-D1 athlete, he gets on here with this big-headed attitude, acting like he is just top dog and can't nobody fuck with him. Like, it's one thing to say that, but like, you literally bitch out and shit where you can literally prove what you're saying. Like, you feel like nobody can beat you and yada yada yada, then you should be in every elimination. I know the point of the game is not to go in elimination, but if you think you're so tough and you think everybody in this house is supposed to be scared of you, show them why they should be scared of you. Every single time there's an elimination, you volunteer to go in there so you can take everybody out. Fessy wants to be a villain so bad, but he likes to get on Twitter and fight with fans, but claim he don't care about what they saying. If you don't care, you wouldn't be in the comments and you wouldn't be on Twitter talking shit. But that's Fessy. He's not a bad competitor. Like I said, he's not a bad competitor. When it comes to physical challenges, of course he's going to do well. He's big as fuck. When it comes to a mental standpoint, he's not that smart, but he's found a way to win some mentals. But I mean, Fessy, and in here recently, he's very messy. He'll get on here and hook up. So if you want to watch somebody hook up and be messy, Fessy is your dude. So I can't really hate on him in that aspect, but Fessy here recently is very messy, and he's very, very messy. Next, we got CT Tamburello here. This is his 19th challenge. I think he just got this is his 6th win, I think. He's losing weight as the seasons continue on. He's a good competitor. I mean, it just is what it is. CT back in the day, I really liked CT back in the day because he just was crazy back in the day. He was good TV. As he gets older, it's just like, how many more are you gonna do? Like, because for some reason, he always finds a way to get to the end. And if you ask me, there's some regation going on. I think somebody's out here doing something to get him there. But these people are allowing him to get to the end, and when you allow him to get to the end, what happens? He wins. So, if they let him do that again this season, then that's their own fault. Next, we got Devin Walker. This is his 6th challenge. Devin, I ain't like him either. I don't necessarily like him either. He's a big talker as well. He thinks because he's now on his 6th challenge that he's just like this seasoned veteran. Like, he talks to these rookies like they ain't shit. Like, you are a veteran in this game now, but you still aren't nowhere near that stature and that seniority. So pipe down. Like you ain't really proved much of nothing. Like, yeah, you're smart. He's very smart. I'll give him that. He's very smart. But as a whole package, as a competitor, you're not that. So I would sit back and shut up. But he's the type that likes to start mess, and he's very dramatic, and he likes to just make people get riled up. And it's not his fault if they do get riled up. It's their fault for allowing that, because you should know at this point how he is. But that's just Devin. Devin's messy. He likes to do stuff like that. Like, Josh is the person that he typically would go for, because he knows he can get Josh mad. And if you allow somebody to get you that mad because you know they just doing that just to get you upset, then that's your own fault. That's not his fault. So I can't fault Devin for that. But in terms of that, him as a competitor, he's got one part of it. He's very smart. But the other part, the physical, you got to get into the gym, bruh. You got to get into the gym. And last we got Nam Vo, I think is his last name. This is the second challenge. I don't really have much to say about Nam. Nam is just a character that is just put on the show for the girls to look at and just drool. He don't do much of nothing. Like, last season, he was a fan favorite in a way, but like, you didn't do shit. Like, he literally just stood there and smiled the whole time. Nam is null and void at this point. So now we're gonna talk about the rookies. Oh fuck, I done did it again. I sat down on this damn ball. First up, we got the queen. This girl right here, Michaela Bradshaw. This girl right here is my girl. Like, I have a different, like, she's one of the competitors that get on this show that I have like a natural, just emotional attachment to. There's only been, I believe, 4 on here that I've got that connection with. When Darrell came on the show, watching Darrell growing up, it's just exciting for me, because me as a young black boy, just seeing somebody that looks like me on the show doing well, winning stuff, I just naturally had that draw to him, and he was obviously my first favorite player. He still is my favorite player in terms of men. He was the one that I really rooted for every time he was on, like, zoned out. Darrell gotta win, Darrell gotta win. Next was Naya. Naya, that's my girl. Like, I miss her on this show. I miss her on TV, period, because she's just entertainment through and through. She's a strong competitor. She's an athlete just like Darrell. She played volleyball, competitive volleyball. And she was entertainment. Naya, you couldn't fuck with Naya. Naya will whoop your ass and she will cuss you out. She was a wordsmith. She was very smart as well. Naya was the truth. Third, Devon. Devon is my girl. Like, I don't have to tell y'all this. Like, you should already know. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know. That girl she brings something to the show that has not been brought before. Like, Devon brings just confessionals, and just any show that she's on, she brings just a different value that nobody else can bring. And she was a strong competitor as well. She was very underrated, but when you put her ass in them eliminations, and that's the common thread with these 3. Darrell, don't fuck with him in finals. Don't fuck with him in eliminations. Naya, don't fuck with her in eliminations. She will whoop your ass. Devon, don't fuck with her in eliminations. She will beat your ass. Like, these girls, Naya, I think she's 5. She might be 4-1 in eliminations. Devon's 5-2. Don't fuck with them. And Darrell has won 5 challenges. Don't fuck with them. But Michaela Bradshaw, she's joining the group. Michaela, I've been a fan of her since her Survivor days. She's an athlete. You put her in them challenges on Survivor, she was tearing them hoes up. Like, she was beating them bitches down. And Michaela's smart. Michaela's just like the 4 of them, or just like the 3 of them. She don't take no shit. She will fight you if need be. And Michaela's just smart. She knows how to play a game. She played a very strategic game on Survivor. She played a very straightforward game, just like the 3 of them do. Like, I just resonate with those 4. And just to see her on this cast is just super exciting. It's just exciting to see that she actually accepted the call and actually said, I'm gonna go, and she actually went. So I'm just excited to see her. I want her to stay. I want her to just get into a regular rotation on this cast, because, like, the show is getting boring. But having Michaela on the show is a big hit, and I'm very excited. Next, we got Michele Fitzgerald from Survivor as well. I loved her on her season. She's a very strategic player. She's very smart. She's a competitor as well. She's won Survivor. Don't play with Michele. Don't play with Michele. Her and Michaela, those are some tight girls from Survivor. We've got Tacha Akide. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She's from Big Brother Nigeria. Tacha got cold. Tacha got some fans, bruh. Like, she got some fans. You go on Twitter, they ride, and they ride hard. And I like her. Just the clips that I've seen of Tacha from Big Brother, she ain't one that you want to fuck with. She ain't one that you want to fuck with. And she's beautiful. Beautiful. That's a beautiful woman. But I'm excited to see her on here too. I want somebody to try her. I just want somebody to try her because I know she's going to give it to them. And I know when they get home and get on Twitter, they're going to have to close their social media because her fans are going to get your ass together. So it's exciting to see some, and she's black. It's good to see some more black people in the show. I'm excited about her. Next we've got Emmy Alupei. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. She's from Survivor Romania. I don't really know much about her. I've seen a clip or two of her online on Survivor. She seems like she's very athletic, so she could be something that you watch out for. Next we've got Berna. I'm not even gonna say her last name because I don't even know how to say it. She's from Survivor Turkey. There's a lot of survivors with just different continents in different countries, but don't know much about her either, so I can't really say too much. Priscilla, she's from Love Island, UK. They got US, but she's from UK. She's beautiful. That's a beautiful woman as well. Chocolate skin. I don't know much about her, but I just know just looking at her, I'm very excited to watch her all season. So it's all good over here. We've got Tracy Candela from Love Island, Germany. No clue who that is. We've got Bettina Buchanan from Paradise Hotel, Sweden. Sorry, no clue who that is. We've got Esther from Big Brother Nigeria. She was on the same season with Tacha. They weren't getting along on their season, so it's going to be very interesting to see their dynamic on this show. I believe their season of Big Brother was some years ago, so things might have changed. Maybe they still have the same animosity towards each other. I'm excited to see how they are in the show. She's beautiful as well. It's just good to see some good, beautiful black women on the show. Next, we've got Lauren Coogan from Love Island US. If you've watched season 2 of Love Island, you know who this girl is. She puts on this British accent that everybody online seems to believe is fake. I'm one of them that believes that it's fake. She's very messy. She brings drama. She's quite entertaining. Her little stint that she had on Love Island was very entertaining. So I look to see her bring some mess. Next we've got Cory Lay. He's from 12 Dates of Christmas, whatever the hell that is. No clue who he is, but that's an interesting show to pull somebody from. But we'll see. Jeremiah White from Love Island US season 2. He was dope as fuck. He's cool. He's just naturally just charming. He's somebody that most girls typically would like to go for because he's just a good guy all around. He's very athletic. I look to see him do really well in the show. I want him to do really well in the show. I root for everybody black. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing what he does on the show. I feel like he's going to do good because he's just, from a social standpoint, I think he's going to be fine. And from a physical standpoint, obviously he's going to do good. But social, I think he's going to be really, really, I think that's where his strong point is going to be from a social standpoint because he's a country guy. He's very Southern. And most Southern dudes with Southern hospitality get far in the game. So I look forward to seeing him in the show, and I want to see what he does. Next, we got Tommy Sheenan from Survivor. He's somebody that you need to watch out for in terms of politics. I'm excited to see what he does in this game, see how he integrates in this game, so it will be very interesting. Next, we've got I don't even know how to say it, Zabo. He's from Warsaw Shore and Celeb Get Me Out of Here, Hungary. No clue what either one of those shows are, and I don't know who he is. Next, we got Huey Morgan from Big Brother UK and Dancing with the Stars UK. Okay, Dancing with the Stars, that kind of threw me for a loop. But whatever, I'm not sure. I don't know who he is, so we'll see. We've got Emmanuel, I don't want to say his last name, from Survivor Romania. No clue who he is, I'm sorry. Logan San Pedro, Survivor Spain, and no clue. It's a lot of these rookies on here that I don't know who they are because they're from these different countries. I've never watched these shows, so I don't know. Kels Dyke from Too Hot to Handle. If you watch Too Hot to Handle on Netflix, you know who he is. That's an interesting choice to choose from his season because there's a couple people from that season I would have chosen before him, truthfully. Like, you got Rhonda, you got Sharon, you got messy-ass Francesca, and who was the dude she was fucking with? Harry, I think? those are 4 choices I probably would have chosen for him, but he's on here. I'm excited to see what he does. And then we got Renan Helmans from X on the Beach, Double Dutch, Belgium. No clue. And even though she's not listed here, I'm going to talk about her, Miss Amber Barzatra, who is the reigning champion. She is on this season as well. I'm excited to see her because, as you can see, last season she had quite a rocky season in terms of just finding her place on the show, but she won some eliminations and she got her ass in that final. When she got in that final, it was a wrap. Amber can run a final. That girl is very strong from a physical standpoint and an endurance standpoint. She's beautiful too. Beautiful. I just love to watch her. But what we're now going to do is watch this trailer, and we're going to give you a play-by-play analysis. I'm going to give you my thoughts as what I see. Because I watched it one time. I'm going to watch it again and see what I didn't see, or see what pops out to me that I didn't see initially. And I'll give you my thoughts. So what we're going to do is watch that right now. So hold on.
Welcome to the challenge. Spies, Lies, and Allies.
Hold up, let's go back. Because, okay, let's see. We got Amanda right here. We got Ashley right here. Michele, Nany, Kaycee. And there's the queen, Miss Michaela Bradshaw. That's my girl. Man, I'm just so excited to see her on this show. Michaela's the truth.
These guys are gonna need...
Hold on, let me go back. I'm gonna be stopping a lot just so I can see what I haven't seen, just to see if I can find any clues as well. There's Amber right here. That's clear as day. That blonde hair. And I can't tell too much about anybody else, but that is definitely Amber. So Amber's coming, just so you know. 17 U.S. competitors.
These guys
Nelson,
are gonna need...
Ashley, Cory. 17 international. Okay, so now it makes sense. Okay, I didn't realize that. I knew there was a lot of rookies, but I just didn't realize the international aspect. I don't know why it didn't click. So it's kind of like a country versus, or I guess U.S. versus the world, in a way. This is Berna, I'm assuming.
What they say.
Big T.
They know how.
And you see there's Amber right there.
They know.
Right there. So you got Kaycee, Josh, Amber, Ashley, I don't know who this one is, Nany, don't know who that is. That looks like Tori, Priscilla, Big T. I want to say that's Berna. There's Josh, there's Kaycee.
How.
We got Aneesa, we got Fessy, we got Kaycee, Josh, CT, Michele. I'm assuming that's Tommy. Yep. From across the world, okay. No, that's Emmy. Her cast picture is her cast picture. They fucked her. They did her dirty with that. Is that Esther? I think that might be Esther. Yeah, this is Esther, I believe. Yeah, that's definitely Esther. Pull that thing, girl. Look at Tacha. Tacha is beautiful, y'all. She is beautiful. I don't know who this is, and I don't know why he look like Rogan. He look like Rogan. This, I don't know who she is. I don't know who he is. Ashley.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck no. Ha! I didn't even realize that snake. Hell no. Cory, I'd have been doing the same thing. But you see that right there. This is what I was talking about. I was trying to say Kaycee ain't problematic, but Kaycee, if you ain't follow what's going on Twitter, follow Twitter. Like, if you ain't on the Twitter and the Twitter fans and watching the Twitter fans talk their shit, because they find the shit. Kaycee apparently was not single when the show was filming, and then she sends out still. We'll get into that later on as the season plays out, but this right here is a mess, because if you watched a couple seasons before, they was doing some fooling around. Kaycee's girlfriend apparently was not privy to this information, and she stayed with Kaycee after that and still stayed with her, knowing that they still filming. And I guess they took it there this time and don't give two fucks about it, so we about to see. So that's interesting. Kaycee and Nany. And this looks to be Fessy and Amanda with this dark hair. Like I said, Fessy likes to get messy now. Fessy, messy, messy, Fessy. And then you got Amanda. Amanda, that's my girl. She She's got a kid at home. Baby daddy is not working for her. So she's obviously trying to get her some. Fessy, I don't think that's the best option, but we'll see how they go. Ooh, I see my girl Michaela in the mix with CT, Cory, Devin. I'm assuming this is Cory. Another Cory. Every week the power shifts. Every week the power shifts. Is that right? So we get some power shifts in here. Big brother needs to pick up on this. I hope it's true. Don't just be blowing smoke up our ass. Please be real with that.
Do not use me as a pawn.
One in the big and they're looking strong. Why do they keep...
That's a woman, yo. She is beautiful. Damn, Tacha.
Why do they keep casting hot people?
Right.
Don't get it twisted.
Yikes. Look at that. Woo.
Twisted. That was born.
Aneesa always getting injured. Like, come on. Nelson going off. I said Nelson. Nelson going off on Fessy. Hopefully it's in reference to how shady he was last season, but probably gonna do some more shady shit. You can't. And if Nelson, if you trust in Fessy after what he did to you last season, that's egg on your face, and I can't even fault Fessy for that at that point. Please don't tell me that you out here trusting in him again.
Twisted. That was born, bro.
Shut the fuck up, stupid.
Dirty game, bro. You think we're down there playing patty cake?
Facts, Cory. Let him know. Josh definitely. They probably was down there wrestling, and Josh is probably bitching because he done got fucked up. It's all good. Tell him, Cory.
The worst thing that can happen is that you die.
Damn. First of all, let's appreciate the scenery. I was so sick of this cold conditions that we had last season, and then it was kind of cold for Total Bandits too. And then the conditions they were living in, like they weren't even living in the house; they was living in what looked like a penitentiary. Like, thank you.
The twists keep coming.
Stop showing her. Like nobody wants to see these forced reactions that she does. Hey, there she go. Okay, the trailer didn't show too much, but that's the first trailer. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get like a Red Band Super trailer soon. Hopefully that'll have some drama in it. But you know how the challenge has been editing their trailers here recently, not giving us too much and kind of editing out drama. Hopefully they kind of give us a show that we used to have. But yeah, that's my first analysis. That's my first cast analysis in the trailer reaction. But I will be reviewing the show every Wednesday starting August 11th. Check back with me. Drop a comment down below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe. Check out all my other content that I have on the channel. See if you like anything. Let me know. But rock out with me if you want to rock out with me. But yeah, this is where we're going to be at. I'll check with y'all next time. Peace.